All right, here we are live. This is Randy Curvin, and this is Randy's Rant for November 12th, 2020. I'll kind of wait around for a few minutes, let people get here. Looks like the graph on my mic is working, so it looks like I've got sound. All right. Okay, we've got somebody out there, not in the room yet, but that's close enough. Let me see if I can adjust this a little bit. Hello, Kerry. Glad to see you, brother. All right, where do we start? Holy shit. Uh, Fact number one, Biden lead in popular vote now more than 5 million, more than 77 million votes, more than anyone in history. Uh, who is not recognizing by private phone, by the way, because Donnie has done it all these years. But Biden has talked to quite a few. I'll get to that a little bit later. The three countries' leaders that haven't recognized President-elect Biden is Russia, China, and North Korea. I wonder why. Uh, and what is it with the Ding Dong Johnny attacking Republicans in charge of election results? More in the GOP are coming out that there is not widespread voter fraud. Even Karl Rove, in his own way, has said that he might as well give it up because it's not going to be enough to overturn an election. And believe me, that man would. It advised him to hold out if he thought there was a chance. But let's look at quickly, before I start down through the rest of this, let's look at who's coming out. Senator Chuck Grassley, Iowa, and Senator Lankford. Lankford is concerned, and so is Grassley, about our national security with a transition between the two administrations not happening at this time. That puts our national security at risk. Biden needs to be up to the second and would have been receiving by now daily briefings, but he's not getting them because Donnie don't want to give them up. Holy shit. You can't make this shit up. And why are so many backing Trump? Cha-ching! The money, baby. Donnie is collecting for his defense fund and for a super PAC for a possible 2024 run for president. And Donnie has already figured out, he knows even after he's gone from the White House, he can still control the GOP. Nikki Haley and Marco Rubio, they want to run for president in 2024, so they can't afford to anger him. They want his base. This is a racist witch hunt. Look at the areas that Trump is after. For example, in Detroit, Michigan, and Atlanta, Georgia, black voters, they're corrupt. They can't be trusted. That's what Donnie is saying. Again, he goes right back to being a racist, and then claims he's done more for black people than only Abraham Lincoln has done more than him. Give me a freaking break. In Michigan, they're claiming dead people are voting. They went down and looked at that little list they had, and actually, the fraud is in the allegation. All who have been It all has been debunked. Some voted, some didn't, and all are alive. He's done it again, trying to pull out that shit from the middle of the Obama uh, terms. Dead people are voting. Holy shit. Like I said, you can't make this shit up. COVID-19 is surging across the USA. 45 states are surging. Here in Kirksville, I am personally seeing more people giving up wearing masks in Hy-Vee. I am asking these people to understand we have a surge in our state. In Adair County, we have one death. Uh, we are very lucky in Kirksville that we only have one death. There have been, probably by now, I can't get any facts on Adair County anymore, but the last time I saw the count, since it started, we've had 352 lab confirmed tests of COVID-19. And this could and will change as winter approaches. Don Jr., or like I like to think of him, Beavis and Butthead, are using social media to disseminate misinformation. It's false, and it has been pointed out that it is false information. And Ivanka was tweeting about Daddy's victory of 3 electoral votes in Alaska, like nobody expected that. If you're so proud of that projection by the media, accept the projected winner, President elect Joe Biden. All 3 of these children are fascists, and they feel they are privileged brats. They feel entitled. Georgia Secretary of State, Republican, says no one has shown him widespread voter fraud. Their recount will be by hand count, and that should be done by November 20th, from what I was hearing last night. All right. And what Donnie is doing in the Pentagon is a dictator move. He's changing a lot of the positions. Oh, we'll get to that a little later on. Republicans attacking democracy. A look back at 2016 and Fox and the Republicans calling Democrats solar losers. Even though Hillary Clinton conceded the next day. You can't make this shit up. Trump replaces top defense officials with political loyalists. And this as Trump allies clash with top intel officials in a quest to declassify more Russia documents. They're going to prove that it wasn't Russia. It was Hillary Clinton, that was having her own emails leaked. Damn. They never give up on that, do they? One reason Donald Trump was defeated was no leadership against coronavirus. As the wartime president ends, record new cases are record breaking for 9 days in a row. Record hospitalizations, that includes Missouri. We are running out of hospital space in the state of Missouri. And more about the one of the people, and I've got quite a few listed here. Tata, a Pentagon replacement, is a question Fox spews when he's been on there, spewed Islamophobic views publicly in 2018, called the former President Obama a terrorist leader on Twitter. Boy, he's picking out his best, ain't he? McGregor, former Lieutenant McGregor, uh, Lieutenant Colonel McGregor, hired as a senior advisor to acting Defense Secretary Christopher Miller. McGregor is a Trump loyalist and a regular Fox News commentator known for his extreme rhetoric about Muslims and undocumented immigrants. Another is Michael Ellis, a loyalist listed in the impeachment hearings. Adam Schiff. I saw an interview with Adam Schiff. This is the way to kill a democracy. He doesn't believe the military will not go along with a coup. Adam Schiff believes they won't go along with a coup. After all, they have to live up to their oath to the Constitution of the United States. That's the only way Trump could remain in office. And Adam Schiff has said it's not going to happen. The military won't go for it. COVID-19 is overtaxed with hospitalizations right here in Missouri, like I said earlier, among other states here in the Midwest, also like Iowa and Kansas. I think they said Wisconsin. GOP still willing to enable a man apparently that wants to remain in power by a coup. COVID-19 is surging and Trump will do nothing to stop it. He doesn't care. His enablers apparently don't care. They have to retain his base to hold a majority in the Senate. That's not going well for him. I will be attaching to this YouTube show both Warnock and Ossoff's websites where we, the Blue Dot family, will start sending them some money. They can win this thing, particularly the longer Donnie throws a temper fit, the more that money will do good, because he's liable not to even show up to help them in their election. He's mad at everybody right now. Saying, I want all my toys and I want to stay right here. Shit. Meanwhile, many more people will die and become infected. The GOP, is it worth it? Worth people dying every day? You are enabling a fascist dictator. I was glad to hear that Ron Klein has been named as White House Chief of Staff, a restoration of sanity in the White House. President-elect Joe Biden took part in separate congratulatory calls yesterday evening with leaders of Australia, Japan, and the Republic of Korea. By bypassing our State Department, which is blocking those calls through normal channels of our government. But what difference does that make? Donnie has never had a secure phone in his whole term, and neither is Jared and Ivanka doing government work that they were all upset that Hillary had her own server, but it's all right for them. Yesterday, a judge in Pennsylvania asked Trump lawyer if he had found any fraud in 592 ballots, to which Goldstein replied, "Not at this time, no." They threw the case out. Donald Trump is doing this to raise money from his base for a useless cause. He will continue to take money from you, GOP or Republican base, as long as he can. He is playing you for suckers. And Trump campaign, Donnie is all out on empty lawsuits with no proof of fraud. That's embarrassing when a lawyer has to go try to defend him in the case they're bringing. They have no evidence. Oh, wait a minute. Barr hadn't come up with any evidence yet. Shit. You can't make this shit up. Again, Donald Trump's silence is a concession speech. And I'll say it's a wonderful one. Nobody wants to hear his latest lie or conspiracy theory. The Mad King is silent. There's something to celebrate. Commander Donnie and the Trump Planet airheads are losing the legal battles. He no longer works except at trying to undermine our federal government. And this is just a repeat of, so far I've heard that Grassley and Langford are the ones that are going to go after him because he's, and the others are still hanging on, but it sounds like even Graham is saying that national security daily briefings is needed for Biden endangering the country. So at least he let go of his pearls with one hand to throw that in. All right, people. Things are getting better. Hello, Bravo chick. Hadn't heard from you in a while. Hello, Maria. And let's see, I said hello to Carrie. Let me go over here. Hello, Carol. Hello, Mary. And Maria. All right, we don't have a big crowd out here, but I tell you what, it's changing all the time. And hello, Delois. Uh, it's changing every minute, and I firmly believe that somebody's going to have to bring him to his senses. It ain't going to be his kids. It's going to have to be uh, some major players in GOP are going to say, you're going to have to give this up. This is ridiculous. You're not going to win the presidency. You lost 5 million votes, and he's claiming that with 72 million, he won. Why? Because the 5 million votes are all illegal. Holy shit, people. You can't get stupider than that. But I don't know. We will see. He's pretty stupid, you know. He doesn't understand math. I thought he went to Wharton School, you know. That's where they teach him about math and stuff. Oh, wait a minute. He could pay people to take his test and do his homework for him. All right. I'm going to let you go. I want to be checking into the meeting later on tonight. I got a lot of loose ends tied up today, people. And I love this family. You always show up for me, even though I bitch about a lot of things. I did get a lot accomplished today. We are under the energy program, low income heating program. We're in that and got that taken care of for this month. Also, I now have a driver's license until 2026. So I'm in good shape. Got through that. I am so thankful. For $5, I got one of these arms on these glasses fixed right on the town square over there. And I guarantee you I couldn't have passed the eye test if it hadn't have been for that. All right. I will put out my meme later on. Like I said, I will be at the Blue Dot family meeting. Uh, I love this family. Uh, we got it done. We helped in putting that man in office. He will be the president January 20th, even if the U.S. Marshals had to go in and take him out. The military is not going to stand behind him for a military coup. So I feel good about that. Uh, like I said, I'll have my memes out there. It's not necessary that you do anything. Uh, I am a member of the Blue Dot family, and I'm out here 6 days a week, and I will remain out here for 6 days a week until we start turning this thing around, get the orange god for them, get him out of the office. And I think he's going to leave the country. He'll either pardon himself or have Pence pardon him, and he will leave the country like he was saying. Because after all, he never jokes about anything. He's already said that he might have to leave the country. Yeah, to Russia, and his kids with him. Oh, wouldn't that be wonderful? All right. Peace. Resist, persist, and insist that the GOP wake up and smell this turd and get him out. Tell him he lost. That's all we're asking for. He knows it, but he's being stubborn and try to undermine our government in the process. All right, have a good one. I want you to go down, like, subscribe, and share. I was only able to get it out here later on. I'll be sending it to all the usual groups and a couple of new ones that I found. Like I said, I'll put the information about the two Georgia candidates so that we can help them out as Blue Dot family. All right, have a good one. I'll see you later on. Share this shit.